Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with ddsstamps.com, and today I'm here to show you how I did this card. It's actually a very simple Christmas card, but it really packs a big punch with that red foil paper. So to begin with, I used the Embellished Ornament stamp set and the matching thinlits that go with that. If you purchase these two together, you do get a 15% discount, but these are great options to use separately too. So what I did is I came in with an 8.5 by 5.5 sheet of cardstock, scored at 4 1/4 for my base, a piece of red foil paper that is 4 by 5 1/4. That's just going to give me a nice little edge around that base of that cardstock. And then this is a piece of Whisper White that is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And this is actually the one that I'm going to use right now. So to begin with, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out with my Big Shot. And I'm going to bring that in. One of the things that I like to do with my Big Shot, especially when using these detail dies, is I'm going ahead with the magnetic platform, and then I'm using a dryer sheet, and I'm going to line this up on that piece of Whisper White where I want that to be cut out. And what that magnetic platform is going to do is hold it in place where I want it, and the dryer sheet is actually going to make it easy to get that image right out of the thinlits. So I'm going to run this through and move this out of the way, and then you can see that thinlit just falls right off of the cardstock, and then this is just going to pull out. And you want to do this gently because it's got a lot of detail, and I don't really want to rip something, so you just have to gently pull an end up, and then it'll come right off. And what happens is all those little tiny pieces of cardstock actually stay on the dryer sheet, and so then it's a great detailed cutout, and all the mess stays on here. I kind of like that. And then you actually need to pull this off because I need that too. And then once I've done that, I need to cut out with my silver scrap. I am going to cut out a little topper for my ornaments, so I will be right back. Okay, so I've got that little topper cut out too, and so that is ready to go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Versamark ink and some silver embossing powder, and then this is just an embossing buddy. And an embossing buddy, I'm just going to rub it over the part that I want to emboss, and this will make sure that the static from my cardstock or the oils from my pans don't attract the embossing powder and get it all over my card. And I'm going to go ahead and use this Thinking of You at Christmas stamp, and I'll ink that up, and I'm going to stamp this down right there. You won't be able to see it because Versamark is a clear sticky ink, but I'm going to bring in a piece of it's just typing paper, and it's just going to help me contain the mess of the embossing powder. And so I'm going to sprinkle my embossing powder on there, and I'm just going to use my heat tool, and when I hit this with embossing or with heat, you'll be able to see the embossing powder melt. And there you have it. You can see how nice and silver and shiny that is. And then it's just a matter of putting this card together. So we'll take that base and fold it in half. Add my red foil cardstock. And I do have to be a little careful with this red foil paper because it, I think I'm running out of adhesive. It does get, because it's foil, it does get a crease or a bend in it pretty easily. Then I'm going to take this piece of Whisper White that I've embossed, and I'm going to go ahead and just add some adhesive to it and line that up right towards the middle of the card. And then I'm going to take my piece here that I die cut out, and I'm just going to add not too much, just a little adhesive here and there. And that is going to slide right down into where we cut it out of, kind of like a puzzle piece. and adhere that down. And then take my little topper and add that to the top. And then last but not least, I came in with some of this silver ribbon that we have. It's just 1/8 inch silver ribbon. Show you quickly that I'm just going to tie a bow. I'm not going to put a knot in that bow because I want it to lie flat so that there'll be no extra postage or any bumps in my card. There's just a quick way to make a bow. And then this is going to get attached onto my card with a glue dot. So I'll just get a little glue dot onto the middle of that ribbon and attach that wherever I want to. And there you have it, just a very quick, easy, stunning Christmas card. That foil paper is gorgeous, and all that silver embossing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I'll post the supplies and the directions, or the supplies and the measurements on my website. And while you're there, you may want to sign up for my newsletter, where I send out a newsletter each week with tips, tricks, and techniques for all different things to do with Stampin' Up! Supplies. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day.